Officially, Caitlin Clark is no longer there. A few more weeks remain, at least a few more weeks. There isn't exactly a timeline for Caitlin Clark's potential return. We must investigate the matter since someone is lying. It is time for you to speak up, Caitlin Clark. What's happening? This item over here is talking about, at least a couple more weeks, but they stated day to day, at least a few more weeks of patience. Caitlin Clark has formally left, and she has no intention of returning anytime soon. She's done for the season if it lasts longer than a few weeks. There isn't exactly a timeline for Caitlin Clark's potential return. Officially, Caitlin Clark is no longer there. A few more weeks remain, at least a few more weeks. Someone is lying. It is time for you to speak up, Caitlin Clark. Day to day, they claimed. But now it's at least a few more weeks. Caitlin Clark will return at the very end of the season, which is a few more weeks away. This item over here is talking about, at least a couple more weeks than they said. Day to day. At least a few more weeks of patience. We must investigate the matter, since someone is lying. It is time for you to speak up, Caitlin Clark. What's happening? Officially, Caitlin Clark is no longer there. Furthermore, Stephanie White affirmed that she had no intention of going back. She hasn't been practicing with the squad at all, despite previous postings referring to her as a game-time choice. The coach clarified that she has only been allowed to gradually increase her full court running, increasing stamina, but not enough to return to team meetings. Officially, Caitlin Clark is no longer there. Caitlin Clark is still not practicing, as you can see, and Stephanie White did provide a slightly alarming update regarding Caitlin Clark. Any chance of going back to practice? No going back to practice. She's managed to pull a little bit more out of her. You know, she's jogging the entire court while carrying her entire body weight. That's a frightening thing that's really bubbling up. She is exerting all of her bodily weight while running. That's not a good thing for the coach to say, in her opinion. Doing little at first, then increasing your endurance to perform longer of time. In her movement, she has been able to accomplish a little bit more on the court. Well, not yet put into practice? No. Fans were not prepared for this revelation, particularly after reading automated injury bulletins from the WNBA website and ESPN that implied she might play shortly. Though the reality is that Caitlin is far from prepared, White said. Now, fans must come to terms with the fact that her absence will last far longer than they first thought. The confusion around her injury status has only been exacerbated by the team's inconsistent communications. ESPN's system appears to be entirely automated. Additionally, because ESPN's is automated, and we sort of grab it from ESPN like the WNBA does. According to an insider update, Caitlin Clark's homecoming may be further off than fans had anticipated, which is a really strange thing. Reporter Scott Agnes suggested in a comment that it might take her a few more weeks to return, which is noteworthy in basketball terms at this late stage of the season. This would imply that she might only play in the last few games of her regular season, allowing her minimal time to return to her full form. They're playing, I believe, on the 18th and the 22nd, so everyone is kind of anticipating the 22nd as a comeback date. Despite their 4-day hiatus, I believe everyone is anticipating the 22nd as a follow-up. You'll be in the playoffs in a few more weeks. The official position of the Indiana Fever has eschewed precise dates and remained ambiguous. Furthermore, this simply serves to increase conjecture regarding the extent of her injury. Although the team still considers her dubious, those with knowledge of the matter say her recuperation is slower than anticipated. Fans are feeling misled by the discrepancy between insider information and public reports. If you were to ask me my opinion on the likelihood that she will return this season, I would still say that the odds are 80-20. I have an 80% likelihood that she will return. 20% probability she doesn't. Simply because I'm unsure of how serious the injury is. For example, the Indiana Fever have been blatantly dishonest with us. For example, they stated a month ago that the scans were good on a daily basis after they were returned. The remarks of Coach Stephanie White verified that there isn't a specific timeline for Caitlin Clark's comeback. Although Caitlin has made improvement in her full court running, she is yet to return to regular practice sessions, she disclosed. This indicates that the organization's daily status does not accurately represent her current state. There are worries that the public isn't being informed because of the uncertainty revealed all the details of her injury. There isn't exactly a timeline for Caitlin Clark's potential return. You guys got me? There is no specific time frame for when CC might return, and the Indiana Fever are currently appearing rather eerie since they aren't maintaining it at 100, which means that they are being completely transparent with us. I'm still thinking, dude, was that a developing injury or something? Because now you have folks up there who are in the media for you. You guys were unaware that Stephanie White's best buddy is Scott Agnes, is stating that, well, it will still be a few weeks down the road. The coach's remarks suggest a slower turnaround than the fans had anticipated, recuperation procedure that can prolong her absence. Supporters are left in the dark by the team's lack of transparency, and this ambiguity is just heightening the tension. There are currently no tangible indications that Caitlyn will be making a quick comeback. Bro, you ought to want to support the supporters. For example, let's just take your time. Not only that, it will take a few weeks. I'm not sure what's happening, but we need answers, dude. Now that we know who they got next, we need answers. I think they won tonight against the Dallas Wings. Have faith that they have the wings. Caitlyn will not be performing tonight, everyone. Not even a video stating that she is officially official will be produced by me. We are aware that she isn't. Fans were taken aback when Stephanie White revealed that Caitlyn Clark is not even close to making a comeback. The optimism displayed by teammates and even some officials stands in stark contrast to this. Reports. Supporters are unclear of what to believe as a result of the back and forth between hopeful signals and harsh reality. Stephanie White responds, "No, not even close." In other words, it's not like there are paid supporters of the club that like it, and I think that people think that the fans aren't worthy of anything. Indeed, they do. Or merit to be aware of anything. Indeed, they do. Indeed, they do. And by this, I mean that the growing fan base of this squad is the reason Stephanie White is likely receiving $1 million in compensation. It's a fact. The fans are the reason the Indiana Fever are still relevant today. White's remarks dispelled rumors and confirmed that Caitlyn still has a long way to go in her recuperation. The head coach has stated unequivocally that she is not nearing a comeback, despite some people's insistence to the contrary. For those who have been closely monitoring her injury, this report seemed like a significant, yet disheartening turning point. It's among the most obvious indications to date that her season might be nearing its end. Refrain from disclosing too much information. Although you don't want to go all Lind on and talk about all of this on your show, the fans are correct to be upset that you didn't herring any. I apologize. For example, Caitlyn Clark's absence would be reassessed in 2 weeks, but when that time arrives, it turns out that she isn't doing well. She goes from day to day, and then we'll see how she feels. After that, we don't have a schedule, and all of a sudden, the WNBA app decides she's game time. The automatic things are like you. Caitlyn Clark may not play in another regular season game this year, according to mounting rumors. Even a minor setback may keep her out of action for the remainder of the campaign, as her final scheduled game is less than a month away. That concern is only heightened by Scott Agnes's projection of a few more weeks. Though there is now more open discussion about the possibility of resting her completely till the playoffs are over. I'm not sure, but the 24th and 26th might be the Valky's game. Or, as you can see, there aren't many games left, so it can be the worst case situation. The remaining games are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are just 11 games remaining in the season, that's all, and the season is already finished. They are heading to the playoffs, so they should sort of prepare for them. Is it possible that Caitlyn Clark won't play in any more games during the regular season this year, this time of year? Because the previous guys, the game is on September 9th. In less than a month, that is. This potential is extremely upsetting to fans who have been waiting the entire season to see her return to the court. The season's conclusion seems closer than her recuperation with each game that goes by without her. No one wants this situation, but it now appears more likely. The fans are not receiving any backing from the media. Bro, this guy is so strange. Many think the goal is to limit Caitlyn Clark's role and prevent the possibility of re-injury before the playoffs by having her return in time. Critics contend that this approach puts her immediate financial gain ahead of her long-term well-being and the experience of her fans. If accurate, that would account for the ambiguous and contradictory updates we've received during the season. I believe that this is the setup because everyone is saying, yo man, she's going to be back for the playoffs. This team isn't good enough to win the championship, in my opinion. Additionally, when you can bet your bottom dollar that she will be restricted when she returns, as that is what Stephanie White desires. While the team maintains control over her narrative, fans who come to games hoping to see her are let down. This strategy has also given rise to claims that some coaching choices are made in an effort to limit her impact on the court. The uncertainty has grown to be as much of a story as the actual injury. When the game is almost ended, Stephanie White will toss her into it. Then, in keeping with her personality, she will somehow disparage Clark and claim that his return ruined the offense. She enjoys making fun of Clark, dude. She's practically destroying your brand, and you're enjoying it, which is why I feel mad when Clark smiles in her face and gives her a bro-like high five. This is insane, dude. Knowing the truth has become nearly difficult due to Caitlin Clark's listed condition fluctuating from day to day to out indefinitely to game time decision. Every update appears to be contradictory, the last, causing her fans to experience a cycle of disappointment and hope. Scott Agnes's prediction of a few more weeks aligns with her tendency to be hurried in reports but delayed in practice. Caitlin Clark will essentially return at the very end of the regular season after a few more weeks. Looking at the Indiana Fever's current schedule, there are precisely 4 weeks left in the regular season, and we only have 12 games remaining. The most absurd aspect of Caitlin Clark's most recent groin injury is the way it has being covered. She was categorized as day-to-day the day following her groin injury. While some regard it as a calculated tactic to keep opponents guessing, others as poor management. Whatever the cause, fans' patience is being eroded by the lack of regularity. Many people are currently just waiting on Caitlin to confirm her homecoming date. She was announced as being out indefinitely a few weeks later. ESPN now had August 12th marked as Caitlin Clark's return date, returning to the court. There is more to the controversy than Caitlin Clark's health. It also has to do with the treatment of her fans. Even when she is not competing, thousands of people have come to Fever games just to see her. However, Scott Agnes, a writer, has come under fire for slandering sizable segments of her fan base, adversely, which just has good intents. Many believe that this serves as a diversion from the true problem, which is the lack of openness regarding her illness. The team and insiders seem to be at odds with one another rather than cooperating to inform fans. For many people, this dynamic has made an already upsetting circumstance feel personal. Fandom. I'm referring to the tens of thousands of people who attend her performances even when she isn't present in order to get a sight of her. People say things like, "Oh, that me, I'm one of the fans he's talking about. I couldn't give a damn if he's branded me as one of them." The thousands who attended the event, she plays golf. That's what I'm complaining about, and it's absolutely true that those fans are being branded as the worst people on the planet and a bad influence on the team. I don't care if you want to call me anything at all, such as if Scott Agnes does this. The possibility that Caitlin Clark won't play in any more games during the regular season the year is getting closer to reality. Fans are starting to acknowledge that her injury may keep her out until the postseason or beyond, with just 11 games remaining in the playoffs. For many who have been waiting weeks for her return, this would be a devastating blow. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 were given to you. There are just 11 games left. There are just 11 games remaining in the season. That's all. And the season is already finished. They are heading to the playoffs, so they should sort of prepare for them. Is it possible that Caitlin Clark won't play in any more games during the regular season this year? Worse yet, if she does return, there is no assurance that she will be fully recovered. Debates on whether it's worth jeopardizing her health for a postseason run abound on social media. Because the last game is on September 9th, folks, the uncertainty has put the league's injury reporting and the team's strategy under scrutiny this season, in less over a month. Less than a month remains until the final regular season game. Could Caitlin Clark be benched for the remainder of the season? The fans are not receiving any backing from the media. Bro, this guy is so strange. She won't be returning anytime soon. If she's finished after more than a few weeks. Could Caitlin Clark be benched for the remainder of the season? It is time for you to speak up, Caitlin Clark. A few more weeks at the very least. She won't be returning anytime soon. She is not even close to returning. It seems that at least a few more ways she's done if it takes longer than a few weeks. Is it possible that Caitlin Clark won't play in any more games during the regular season this year? This time of year? Because the last game is on September 9th. In less than a month, that is. It is time for you to speak up, Caitlin Clark. What's happening? This item over here is talking about, at least a couple more weeks. but they stated day to day. At least a few more weeks of patience. She will return at the very end of the season, which is a few more weeks away. That's the most recent information on Caitlin Clark's startling injury report. Don't miss the action. Next.